We're live, we're live, we're live. MOP, microphone check. MOP, microphone check. We're here. I got my man, Joe Jordan from the Refuse to Lose podcast. My man, Joe, thanks for being here. I really, really appreciate you being here, man.
Of course. Appreciate you for having me. It's an honor.
So, thanks for being here, man. You got a great channel. Where can people find you?
We actually on YouTube. So I have a partner. I have two of them. Shout out to Tomo. We call him Cabo Tomo. He's in Cabo right now. But
Wow, in Mexico.
shout out to Tomo. And shout out to Dave. Both of them partners with me. We have a community of guys that come on. And it's on YouTube. You can follow us on YouTube. We are all podcast platforms for anyone except for Pandora. It's the only thing we're now on. We're not Pandora. I forgot the name of it. But we on every podcast platform, and we on every social media platform. Find us. But our main source is YouTube, though. YouTube.
Yeah, man, it's a great content that you do. Obviously, you got some great partners there on your podcast. So I highly recommend you guys is gonna be watching this stream to go to your YouTube page. So it's gonna be a great content, man. Thanks for being here once again.
Of course.
The first topic that I got for you, the VAR. Obviously, 1 month ago, Argentina won the World Cup in Qatar against France. We saw like the new implementation of video assistant reference, the same technology that tennis uses when they have the Hawkeye technology where they can determine if the ball is inbounds or out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
So I've heard some rumors. I have to give credit to Basketball Illuminati. That's a podcast from Tom Harvestro and Amin Hassan that they mentioned that it's not it's like a rumor, but the Sony, the multi-tech company is gathering some technology and so the movement of the players, like and those type of things. So it's gonna be maybe implemented in the upcoming years. The VAR in the NBA obviously has changed a lot in football or in soccer, as you call it there in North America. But what do you think maybe are some of the benefits of incorporating this type of technology into the NBA?
Yeah. Anything that helps us get the right call, I'm fine with it. You know, it's too many games that's decided by the last call. Listen, I'm not sure if you know, I'm a Sacramento Kings fan, like the Beam, all right, and Beam team. And I remember starting off the season, the Kings started off 0-4. And in those four, we started off 1-4, I think, 1-4. In those first 5 games, we had 3 games that came down to like crucial calls by the referees. One against the Warriors, one against Miami when Tyler Hero traveled.
Oh,
yeah, sorry,
that was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. So I think that they shouldn't have to use, if they do come up with this, they shouldn't have to use it every time. I think eye test does matter. You know, I think they should look at it, and then if it's something so close that you really can't tell, it's kind of like those situations when you can't tell, so you go with the call you made on the floor, then you pull out the VAR system. You know, so to find out, hey, what's the right call? So I'm down for anything that gives us the right call, basically.
Yeah, so it's good as you mentioned, but there is also a lot of pressure, right, in the referees, and not even considering this technology when they have to make a call during the game. And now with this technology, having people in a box telling you that go watch the video and look at the replay, look at what once again, it's gonna be crazy. I think the scrutiny maybe can change or get lower in terms of against the referees, but I think, as you said, it's going to be a great technology that can be implemented. We got a comment here. Devin?
My man, shout out to Devin.
Devin, what's good?
Yeah.
He's saying, let's go. We in the building. Refuse to lose. That's great, man. That's great. So we were talking behind the scenes, the Max Strus controversial call against the Celtics, I don't know if you know this, but there was a play during like last year when the Miami Heat were playing against the Hornets, and Kyle Lowry hit a 3-pointer, but no, he hit a 2-pointer, but they
Mm-hmm.
counted as a three. Yeah, and then there was another game where Buddy Hield was like 3 feet behind the line, and he switched a 3-pointer, and they counted as a 2-pointer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy, man. We got it can be used the VER system when Giannis is shooting the free throws. Obviously, when the referee is counting the 5 seconds when the ball is getting out of bounds. We also know that the referee is gonna always give a little leeway in that case. They are humans, so we can blame them. And there are a lot of controversial plays. Do you think that obviously, but as you mentioned, maybe this can be used like a challenge, or when they cannot find a great solution to the play, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And like I said, as long as we get the right call, I don't care what it is. VR system, HVAC system, any system they want to come up with, I'm cool with it as long as we get the right call. Because a lot of times games are decided by the referees. They really are. And these NBA, NFL, any athlete, they work too hard for the game to be decided by someone who's not playing the game. So I respect referees, but they're human. They're going to make
Yeah.
mistakes. And that's why this system can help them not make these small mistakes that make big impacts on people's record in the end of the season or playoff implications, all that stuff. So I'm down for whatever system it helps us get better calls.
Facts. And for the betterment of the game, we gotta come here. Tyrone Parker, he's saying, "Wow, the world has changed." People talking about the Kings. Wow, man, the disrespect, man. The Kings
Yeah,
have been balling, man, this season. So
yeah.
Sabonis, do you think that Sabonis is a candidate to get into the All Star starters?
Oh yeah, I think
I got him. I got
Sabonis
him
is a.
there. He's
I
been
think
killing,
Sabonis.
man.
I think Sabonis is an All NBA player this year. I look at all the bigs in the NBA. Only Jokic and Embiid are the only two players that are playing better than Sabonis right now, as far as bigs. I think Sabonis should be an All NBA player. He might not finish first team NBA because you got Sabonis and you got Embiid
Giannis.
and yeah, Giannis more of a forward. Sabonis is a center.
Yeah.
So I think Sabonis should. But as far as being a starter, that's a no brainer. If he's not a starter, it's just because it's Sacramento. I understand they don't watch the Kings. We play at 10:30 at night every night. We've been on a long playoff drought, so I get it if we don't do it, but we gotta earn our respect.
Yeah, man. And as you mentioned, obviously, and I forgot that Damantas Sabonis has been dealing with a hand injury, right?
Sorry, say it again.
Damantas Sabonis has been dealing with with a hand injury, right?
Oh yeah, a broken finger. His finger
Yeah,
broken.
he's
Hmm.
showing mental toughness and wanting to play, wanting to be there for the team.
Yes, and then that Tyrone guy, it's one of my guys also. He's just a known troller, so just ignore his comment.
Yeah, man. I really like Sacramento, and I really like the beam, man. That was a great idea, man.
Like the beam.
If I were to go to an NBA game, I would like to go to Sacramento, man, and watch the beam,
Yes,
light
sir.
the whole city up, man. It's crazy.
It's exciting.
Yeah, I can't go to the U.S. right now because I'm Flo Kyrie Irving, I'm like
Mm.
so. But that's a topic for another day. But I would like to go. I would like to go, man. I would like to go. There is another comment here. I like Sabonis, but still don't like the Kings. Wow,
Hater.
wow. And but he's leading the league in rebounds. He's
Yes, he
like
is.
averaging 20 plus. It's been crazy, man.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna get into the All Star stars too.
Yup. 19. I think I was 19
19. Wow,
points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, shooting 62% from the field, 41% from three.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Great numbers, man.
All NBA.
Um, yeah, that's a great point, man. He's gonna get it, maybe second team for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Sabonis having a great season for the Kings, and obviously Tyler's Halliburton's having a great season for the
Oh yeah.
Pacers.
Yeah. Shout out to
So
Tyrese, former King.
yeah, he's been balling, leading the league in assists. It's crazy. One is leading the league in rebounds, and the other one is leading the league in assists. It's crazy. The
Crazy.
next the next topic that I have for you, man, is the scoring explosion that we have seen during the last couple of months, during this whole season so far. If I'm not mistaken, we have like close to 50 players averaging more than 20 points.
Woo.
What do you think? What would you say is one of the reasons that we got such a scoring explosion?
Well, one of the reasons is the game is much faster today. All right, the pace is crazy. It's rivaling the Oscar Robertson days, right? So
Yeah,
like those
back in
days,
the 60s, 70s, right?
yeah, those days the pace is out of control, and the NBA is kind of at that level. Number two, the 3 point shot. Obviously, when you look at people that have these big games, most of their points are the 3 point shot. I look at Jason Tatum; he just had 51 2 days ago on 14 made shots. And it's because of the three ball. The 3 point shot, and obviously he got to the line a lot. The third reason why is because the lane is wide open because of the shooting. So the
Yeah.
way the lane is wide open because of the shooting, it allows easy scores in the baskets. Nobody in the paint, clogging the paint and all that stuff. And lastly, fouling. I mean, people going to the free throw a lot more. It was a much physical game back then, obviously, So that's why when people say Jordan could probably average 50 today, I mean, if you think about it, he might just do that, So I actually did the
Or
math.
45.
I did the math myself. The year he averaged 37 points per game, right? With how the league is today, he'll be averaging 51 points per game. All right.
Wow. From
So
Will
so
Chamberlain.
yeah, if you compare to if you look at the percentage of points that he scored for his team, you look at the average points per game it was back then compared to today, Jordan will be averaging 51 points a game right now. So that's why it's easier to score right now. That's why I'm not excited over like somebody that averaged 30 points today
It's not
because
the same, right?
it's not the same. But I respect them the same. I'm not going to disrespect them, but I think 30 was harder then in the 90s, even early 2000s versus today.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, 10 years ago, we had like 10 players averaging plus more than 20, if I'm not mistaken. Well,
Woo.
it was crazy. And that was 10 years ago, so we can even think about the past. You make a great point. Obviously, the lane is wide open. That's what I like when Luca said that it's easier to score in the NBA because obviously in Europe they got the center can seep into the
Mm-hmm.
paint. There is no 3 seconds
No three
violation on
ball.
defense.
Mm-hmm.
So for him, it's like, come on, man. I've been dominating grown man since I was 15, playing with those type of rules, and now I'm going to the NBA where it's a lane wide open.
Yeah.
That's why he's leading the league in assists, in points, man.
Yeah, him and Giannis, they both said
Crazy.
it's easier to score in the NBA, which is crazy. Like,
Yeah. And you mentioned another point that Jordan, and if I'm not mistaken, when Jordan scored 63 points, he didn't make a three. It was all twos.
it was all twos. Yeah,
Wow, that's crazy, man.
I think it was all twos. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he shot a lot of
That's
free throws, but it was all twos.
That was crazy. So we've seen a lot of scoring explosion. Donovan Mitchell scoring 71, LeBron scoring a lot, Luka scoring 60, 20, 21, and 10. It's crazy. But as you said, man, I would have to agree with all the points that you make. The pace, the three-pointer, the 3 point, the lane, and the fouls. The fouls are coming like when Oprah was giving away cars, man.
Yep,
Everyone can get a foul. Refuse to lose.
okay,
JJCH91. What's
my
good?
brother.
What's good, homie?
That's my
He's
brother.
saying Jordan will shoot 20 free throws a game, man. That's
Exactly.
people. Some people think that Jordan is 6'10", 6'11", man. Jordan was 6'5", maybe 6'5",
Yeah, like
6.
six.
Yeah, he's crazy, man. Dominating and dunking on people like Giannis, but it's easier to score, but it's not easier to win. Wow. What do you think about that comment? That
Yeah, I like today's NBA, like this year, not like this era, this year, because there are no super teams. Like normally it's a juggernaut. It's like three. future Hall of Famers on the same team. But ever since the Celtics, the Celtics in '08, they came out. Well, first you had Kobe and Shaq, which is like two
A cheat
the
code.
top players in the league, right? And then you had the Spurs. The Spurs, they had Duncan, but they never really. It was like a team thing. But you look at star power, you had the Lakers, and then after the Lakers, the Celtics, I believe, with the next powerhouse. You had three Hall of Famers, three All Stars on the same team. Then you had Miami Heat. Then you had Golden State, the Cavaliers. But today's NBA, everybody has two guys. That's it, and
Do
role
you,
players around them. You know,
we cannot consider the Lakers, or
I
they are
mean,
past their prime. Do you think,
they
or
supposed to have three guys, right? But
yeah, three top 75,
yeah, they supposed. Well, I'm honest with you. I don't know why AD is top 75. To be honest with you, but
same as
the,
Lillard.
the only thing he have in his resume is the NBA championship. He never won the MVP, never won a scoring title, never won defensive player of the year.
DPOY, yeah.
I mean, I don't know
But
why he's
that's the LeBron magic, the PR department from LeBron James.
Yeah, that's true. And what's crazy? Michael Jordan leads everybody in PER. He has the highest PER in NBA history. It's crazy, right? They
No,
go
but in for his career or in a season.
in his career. You look at
Yeah,
everybody's
yeah,
career
yeah, yeah, yeah,
PER.
yeah.
He has the highest PER in NBA
Because
history.
today I did a video talking about Jokic. Jokic
Oh,
broke the Will Chamberlain's record for PER in a season, but as you mentioned, not for a career.
yeah, I love Jokic.
He's my favorite player, man.
Oh,
I really root for Jokic, man. Two-time MVP, probably is gonna
mhm.
win another one,
Mike,
averaging a triple double, dishing assist. It's crazy, man.
the last time somebody won three back-to-back MVPs was Larry
Larry,
Bird, and that year he won the NBA championship.
that year,
The third time he won the NBA championship.
I got a lot of faith, man. This is the year of the Joker, man. This is the year of the Joker, and also Will Chamberlain and Bill Russell. They also have won three MVPs in a row, right?
Well, yeah. You're right. Well, no, Will Chamberlain probably, yeah. Will Chamberlain probably there, yeah, because he had, yeah. Will Chamberlain got, I don't know about Will Chamberlain. Will Chamberlain don't have, I think it was Bill Russell probably did. Bill Russell won 13, I mean, 11 out of 13, and he had 5 MVPs, so I'm pretty sure he won 3 in a row. I don't know about Will Chamberlain.
I'm gonna check that.
Probably.
That's
You know what? I think
listen.
Will Chamberlain did. Or in his early
Yeah,
years, he did. He did.
I think it's Kareem or him, one of the other. But I
Yeah.
think it's Will
It was
Chamberlain.
Kareem too, probably, because Kareem has 6. Kareem won a bunch of he won a bunch of hits when they weren't winning for real. But
Yeah, and during that time when Kareem was winning MVPs, the players were voting right
yeah,
for the
that's
MVP.
why
It
you
was
can't
different.
trust the players.
Yeah. We know. Jamo, Embiid all day, but
Charles
Jokic is a
Django.
dog. I didn't mad at you. Great, man. The Joker is one of the best players in the league right now. Killing.
Mm-hmm.
JJCH91 Nuggets healthy, so they definitely got a shot. Yeah, that Jamal Murray has been dealing with an injury, but Jokic it's taking care of business, man. I got him in my fantasy team. It's been
Aaron
great.
Gordon been stepping up too. Aaron Gordon
Yeah,
been really good. He's been their second best player for real.
he's taking a leap, man. It's
Mm-hmm.
like his mind. He's playing differently. Back in the day, was like too much of a dunking thing.
All right.
It was Will for sure. Kareem won back to back twice though. Yeah, it was. So Bill Russell, Will, Larry Bird, and Nikola Jokic is maybe winning this year MVPs. There is another comment. Caldwell Pope, KCP, and Brown are good additions as well, man. I really like those additions. We got also Michael Porter Jr. I didn't like that we let go Ball, but that's okay. We
Yeah,
can
you
live
know
with
what's
that.
funny? The guy that just comment right here, Javon JJ, he's an Orlando Magic fan. So he he he,
Wow.
he probably saying thank you for Bobo.
Yeah, man. You got it. How we cannot incorporate a player which is 7, 3, 4, I don't know, man. Shooting threes, we let Bobo. That was a tragedy. I'm a Magic fan. Thanks for Bobo.
So there you go.
You can have it, man. You can have it. They have a great team too in Orlando, right? A young team. Banquero, Michael Fultz, Cole Anthony. the Wagner brothers,
In like
Ball
two
Ball.
years, in like 2 years, watch out.
Yeah,
Watch out.
and Banquero is a dog, man. He's a certified rookie of the year.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to go off on y'all too. Yeah, when Jokic made a joke, he said that if Bobo dunk once again, one more time on me, I'm gonna f him up. Then you don't play with a Joker, man. If and you don't play and with his and obviously with his brother. So we know the history between the Morris brothers and the Jokic
Yep.
brothers.
Yep.
Yeah. So we were talking about the scoring explosion in the NBA. A lot of players averaging a lot of points.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Even they think the top four players in the four of the five top scorers in the NBA are outsiders, are foreigners, right?
Mm.
SGA, Joker, Giannis, and Luka. Wow. Tatum is the only one American born player
Mm-hmm.
that's in the top five scorers on this of this season. So my question to you is this the best time for expansion in the league? Obviously, because we had a lot of players averaging a lot of points. Do you think that maybe the league, and we have heard the rumblings around the league, LeBron wants to own a team in Vegas. He openly sent the message to Adam Silver.
Mm-hmm.
We have heard about maybe Seattle. We don't know. But what do you think about this question?
Yeah, I'm good with that. I think that the NBA is profitable and it's an international sport. All right. So I think they could expand. And I think expansion is always healthy because it actually, especially with the play-in tournament. Now you have
Yeah,
the play-in tournament. You have more teams having an opportunity to make the playoffs. Cause it's 13 was 15 teams in each conference. 10 teams go to the play-in. I mean,
it's crazy.
fight. Go to the next round. Basically, that's only 5 teams that's not making it out of 15. That's like room for more growth, room for more teams to come in. I think we make the league more competitive. I'm thinking. I'm thinking a lot of cities that can get a team. Like you said, Las Vegas. That's a good one. Seattle was dying to have a franchise. Man, listen. I live in Providence, Rhode Island. I think Rhode Island could be like an Oklahoma City type team. Oklahoma City is kind of like they don't have no sport there really. All right, no major sport, so the fans will go crazy. Kind of like Sacramento. I look at
Yeah,
Providence like Sacramento. Sacramento is like it's in California. You got the Golden State Warriors like an hour and a half away. You got LA like 5 hours away, but they got their own fan base. Sacramento, it's like an undercover city. And I look at Providence, Rhode Island, the same thing because you got the Celtics down the street. You got the New York Knicks 3 hours away. You know, so and you got the Sixers 5 hours away. But having a team in Providence, man, this city will go crazy. So I'm down for expansion to open up and have a team. And it'd be good to have like New Mexico, the state, to have a team. That
yeah.
would be good right there. Or Mexico itself, the country itself, to have a
I
team.
was about I was about I was about to ask you that. What do you think about Mexico?
Yeah, Puerto Rico. I mean, like, yeah, expand. I'm with that. Definitely.
Mexico has a G League team, right?
Uh, I think
The
I think
Capitanes.
Mexico
Yeah,
they are building they do have an arena. I know that they have an arena and they have a football field a stadium in
yeah,
Mexico also. So I'm not sure about it. They probably do have a G League team. I'm not sure, but I know they have a arena there for basketball.
yeah. We got a comment right here. Jamo is saying, I like the Nuggets out west too right now, but if I had to put money on it, Jokic got his team back, and Warriors not looking like the Warriors. But yeah, it's not the same team
That's
for
true.
last year. There's another comment, and Embiid, his average is 33.4. Joel Embiid, he won the scoring title last year. I don't like Embiid too much in terms of him wanting to get the MVP. I think he's too much concerned about the regular season.
Mm.
I don't know. And Philadelphia has not made the Eastern Conference Final since Iverson in '01. So come on, man.
Yeah,
Like
that's
7 years. Embiid has been in the league for 7 years, and you have not made the Eastern Conference Finals.
true. Good point. He gotta stay healthy.
Yeah, Rhode Island is too small for the stadium.
Yeah, yeah.
Tyrone. Yeah, Toronto got a team. I'm with that to spread the talent around too, so teams won't be stuck. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's a,
That's what I'm saying.
I really like the options of Mexico
Mhm.
and Las Vegas, man. I think if we can get a team of Mexico, it's gonna open the market for obviously more of the South American and Latin American community.
Man, those fans will go crazy.
Yeah, and obviously you got Luca speaking Spanish. Maybe we can make some or do some interviews in Spanish.
Yup. Yeah.
So that would be crazy, man. In Miami, obviously, with a lot of Latino fan base there.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to agree with you, man. It's always good to try to make the NBA something bigger. It's gonna be tough, maybe for a couple of years, but at the end, it's gonna be a great product.
Yeah.
So I got some topics for you today. I don't want to take advantage of your time, man.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think that maybe when a player comes up into the league or gets into the league as a rookie, when they play good, they try to compare them to previous great players. Maybe Luca is now being compared to Larry Bird. In my opinion, I think that's gonna Luca is gonna transcend that comparison. Being obviously great, Larry Bird is a great player, a top 10 player of all time. But I think Luca, if he keeps going this way and getting better and better, I think that comparison is gonna be like, were you really comparing Luca to Larry Bird? But we'll see what happens. We saw LeBron coming into the league being compared to Michael, obviously wearing the same jersey, which is crazy. Uh, Simmons being compared in some type of way to LeBron James, Ben Simmons coming out of LSU, and Kobe. I think is the only exception to me. Kobe is top two all
Yeah.
time, and he's the closest thing to getting to the player that he was compared. So, what do you think maybe about this topic?
I don't really have a problem with comparing people. I think it's kind of like a compliment. You
Yeah,
know, and I think we do that. That's what we do. Like it could be anything. So like if I'm talking about a restaurant, oh, have you been to this restaurant? Nah. Oh, it's like I might give you a comparison. It's like this restaurant. Yeah, and then if you like the restaurant that I'm comparing it to, you're gonna be interested of going to that restaurant. So if I tell you, oh, have you ever seen Kobe? Have you ever seen Luca play? If I'm talking to like a 60-year-old man, oh, I never
yeah.
seen him play. Oh, he reminds you of Larry Bird. You should go watch him. Oh, I like Larry Bird. Let me go watch Luca.
It's like a
But
bridge, right? Like a bridge.
yeah, it's kind of like a bridge. And I know some people say I hate when people compare, but it's kind of like they're not comparing. It's kind of like your game look like them, so they're gonna compare. Now, what it would
White
do though,
kid, slow.
yeah, yeah, and then like what it will do is raise the expectations for that player though that we're comparing to, and if we compare Kobe to Jordan, then we're gonna look at all right, Kobe. Now you gotta be like Jordan.
It's a
Like we're
lot
gonna
of
look at
pressure, man. A lot of pressure.
a lot of pressure. Now some comparisons people make, I don't agree with. I don't think Luca and Larry Bird game is the same. I really don't like Luca, but I think that comparison only made because of how they look. I'll be honest with you. I
Facts, facts.
Luca is the player you can compare Luca to the most.
James Harden,
Harden, yes,
the beard, yeah,
it's
the
James
same
Harden.
thing.
He's James Harden all over again. So but James Harden was a better shooter. That was probably it. But yeah, I'm okay with it. I think it's cool.
Yeah, that's a great point, man. That was a great point. We got Tyrone Parker. Tengo a los Celtics saliendo del este. Dímelo, Tyrone. Saludito, hermanito.
Google
Great.
Translate. Don't let him fool you. All right, Google Translator. I'm just playing.
Don't worry, man. Luca got some rings. Gotta get some rings. That's a fact. He has
Well,
to get one, at least one, at least one.
if you want to be like James Harden, he don't need any rings. I'm just
Wow. Headshots.
playing.
Man, that was crazy, man. Russell Westbrook and James Harden probably gonna end up with 0 rings, the same as CP0. That's for Chris
Whoa.
Paul. I call him CP0. I CP0 rings. Negarse a perder, Tyron Parker. Negarse. No. The name of the podcast in the name of your podcast in Spanish is Negarse a perder. Great,
Oh,
great, great.
okay. He's
Refuse
doing.
to lose.
He's doing.
Llamo. Luca only being getting compared to Bird because he's white. Low. LOL. He really plays like Harden with a post game. Yeah. I really like Luca getting this year in the post, man. That was a great adjustment from Jason Kidd. Only
Mhm.
difference, JJCH91. Only difference is Harden better shooter, as you
Yeah,
mentioned, and Luca better post player.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact. But I got
100% true.
Luca is a better passer too, right? And the
I
IQ
don't
is
know. James
higher.
Harden's a great passer. Look,
Yeah,
James Harden is leading the league in assists. It doesn't show because he's been hurt. Halliburton is averaging 10.2 assists a game. Harden is averaging 11.2 a game.
yeah, I remember that year was crazy, man.
No, I'm talking right now. Right now,
Right
Harden's
now it's averaging 11 the beard.
yeah, but it's not
But
showing up because he's been hurt. But
yeah, he's playing a second role, right? Second filler.
he's always been a great passer. Like when Westbrook won MVP with a triple double, James Harden averaged 30 some points and 11 assists. He
Yeah, that
always
year
been
was
a great.
crazy.
So I do think James Harden is a better passer.
Wow, better passer than Luca. Wow.
I do. I think he's a better passer.
And what about the IQ? Do you think that the IQ is
I
who
think
has
they.
the advantage?
I think IQ. His IQ is there. Harden doesn't look as better as Luca right now. Is because we can't forget what Luca is doing right now. Harden already done. Harden averaged
Yeah,
35 points a game before, and
twice, like
he probably did it. No, he did 35 once and
also.
like 33 probably something like that. But
Yeah,
Harden
that's
on a
crazy.
spree when he was averaging all these points and assists at the same time. He's doing exactly what Luca was doing. Only difference was Harden was the number 2 seed. And he had a similar team to Luca has. He never really had a guy until they got Chris Paul. They had Dwight Howard, but Dwight Howard wasn't Dwight Howard no more. I remember Dwight Howard got hurt and they finished the number 2 seed. So Harden was winning in the regular
In
season.
2015, right? 2015, 2016.
Probably it was the year Westbrook won. Yeah, the year Westbrook won had a
I
triple
know that was 2017 when KD left, right?
whatever, probably 2017, whatever
Yeah.
year. Well, yeah, 2017, because Westbrook won MVP and James Harden was the number 2 seed that year. Now, I will get a look at this in the playoffs in the regular season. Harden in the playoffs, Luca.
Luke is a killer, man.
Yeah, he's a killer.
He's a
He a
killer.
killer. I can't lie about
He's a
that.
straight killer, man.
He is.
Giving to the two best wing defenders since Pip and Jordan.
Yeah. Yup. And what he did to the Suns last year, oh my goodness.
That was crazy, man. That was crazy against D Book. D Book looked like a high school player, man.
Man, look at the Suns now. I mean, he
Trash.
demoralized the whole franchise. So,
Trash. So Luca, I'm not a great fan of Luca. Obviously, I'm a fan of Joker, but I got a friend of mine. He's a huge Luca fan. So we always try to hype up and talk about international players. Obviously, in my channel, man. I don't want to take advantage of your time no more. So Joe Jordan from Refuse to Lose podcast. Thanks for being here, man. I really really appreciate your time being here. I
hey,
hope you had a great time.
thank you for having me. And we're definitely gonna get you on Refuse to Lose. Obviously, right? You just by talking to you, I could hear that you really are a basketball fan. And I could hear it, like, just based on talking to you. So we definitely gonna get you on the show, so you can come join us.
That would be a pleasure, man. Whenever you can, I will be available. The
Yes,
last
sir.
comment that I have, I don't only comparisons I don't like is to Kobe. None of these guys are willing to lock down the other team best player and score 30. And the sacrifice, the work ethic. Come on, man. Kobe
Jason
was a one
Tatum.
on one. So yeah, when they try to compare Tatum to Kobe, I don't like that shit.
Yeah, I don't like that either. Or Devin Booker. Nah,
Yeah, no, not even close.
don't
So
do it.
we need to find another comparison. The
Exactly.
great point from Jamo. So man, once again for everyone, come over. Let's debate. Great, great, great. I'm gonna be
Let's
there.
get
I'm
it.
gonna be there, man. Yes,
We're gonna
sir.
get them over.
Refuse to lose. Appreciate you for having, bro. Good show. Great, man. It was a great podcast. Thanks for being here once again. I'll be there if you want me. So thanks, man. This has been NBA La Chilena. In this case, the MOP podcast, Mario Brandi podcast, here with my man Joe Jordan from Refuse to Lose podcast. So until next time, people, peace.